Morning. Once again, excited about a new week, new opportunity, new chance to grow, to build, to just enjoy life. And so we start this week with a new episode of Mental Check Mondays. This episode will be about stress and why do we stress? Why do we bother so much about little things in life? And so again, I want to start with you're loved, you're appreciated, you're needed. This world needs you. I need you. We all need you. You matter to us. And everything you do, everything about you is precious. Enjoy life, love life. Don't let life get the best of you. Just tell it to yourself every morning, every day. Your existence matters to this world. And I thank you for that. Just want to jump right into it. Why do we stress? Why are we depressed? Why do we worry? I believe it's because the world wants more for you. Like we stress because we want more. We don't think our life is as exciting. We don't think our life is as impactful as we want it to be. And I think that's something deep down. I think that's something spiritual. I believe and I'll continue to say that we all were created for a higher calling, a bigger purpose than just working. And so when you just go about life every day doing the same thing and you don't feel like it's purposeful, like it becomes stressful, it becomes mundane, it becomes bland, blah. And then you look at other people, which you shouldn't, but that's life, right? You're going to look at other people, you're going to look at their lives, and you're going to say, why I can't have that? Why? What are they doing that I'm not doing? And I always go back to, like, your life has a purpose. You were created for an intended purpose. You're not just here to live. And that stress, that worry, is something deep inside of you screaming, do this, do that. And it's just your body's reaction, natural reaction to not being who you were created to be, not becoming who you were created to become. You were put on this earth for an intended purpose. You're here to be the solution to a problem on this earth. And when you don't do that, it's almost like buying a race car and never driving fast. I'm not saying be reckless, but if you drive a sports car, if you have a Hellcat and you only doing 50 miles an hour, like why did you buy the car? You bought it for the looks. Um, I mean that's cool. Like it's not a problem. Like if you really want that car, but I think if you spend that type of money, you buy that type of product, you're gonna use the product for what it was intended to use, even if it's once a month. Like it makes no sense to buy a race car and don't race it. So why live a life that you're not intending to live? That's what stresses you out. That's what stresses me out. That's what stressed me out years ago when I was a high school teacher. Yes, I enjoyed sports. Yes, I enjoyed making a difference in the lives of young individuals, but like it wasn't doing enough for me. Like I was stressed and I thought I was stressed because of finances. And so I went and picked up 2 and 3 jobs, working overnight, working during the day, teaching, just to stay busy, just to stay preoccupied, so my mind wouldn't wander, and so I wouldn't be stressed. So I just stayed. That was my response to my stress. My response to my stress was staying busy, multiple jobs, making good money. Like I made good money. I lived comfortable, but it still wasn't enough. And I always wondered why it wasn't enough. Why did I want more? And I had everything I wanted. Life was good, but my mind, my spirit didn't believe that. And so I would lose sleep. I was stressed. I would worry, anxiety. And it was because I wasn't living the life I was intended to live on the stage I was intended to be on. Like it was small glimpses of what I can do and the gifts that were given to me at birth, but I wasn't doing everything. I wasn't fully complete. And so I would go to a job and then leave and go to another job and then leave and go to another job. And it just wasn't enough. I'd always wanted more. I always yearned for more, search for more, go get another job. And it just, and I, you know, would count the money. It wasn't the money. Like I wasn't joyful, wasn't happy. Like I wasn't like depressed, but I was stressed. I was because I was stressing over my life. I was stressing over what should be. I would watch TV. I would listen to other people on podcasts or YouTube or ESPN, whatever it was, right? And I would always ask myself, why couldn't that be me? And I think a lot of that is your inner self questioning what you're doing right now. Like the life you're living right now is not where I'm supposed to be, what I'm supposed to be doing. I can do way more. I can be a part of something way bigger. I matter. I have a purpose, and I need to find that purpose. I need to find what I do well. I need to find how I can impact this world instead of just surviving. I don't think any of us was created to survive, not just to survive. I don't believe that. I don't believe I'm here for 80 years, or as I said, 80 summers just to work and die. My existence is more important than that. And I can have a bigger impact on this world if I strive for that. And it takes some time. It's like what you're intended to do, like it's used through your gifts. And you have to realize and understand your gifts. I always say your gift is the thing that you do the best with the least amount of effort. Whatever you roll out of bed and can do is your gift. Whatever you do without even thinking about it and you're really good at it, that's your gift. Use it. If it's singing, sing. If you love music, but you can't sing right. If you love dancing, but you really don't like the stage, be a choreographer. Like it's like you have more to offer than just working. Like do what you love. Do what you're passionate about, but also do what you do really, really well. It'll be easier. It'll be simpler. You won't stress as much because you don't look at it as work. You'll get up every day. You'll feel energized. You'll feel like you're doing something with a purpose, and that's gonna every day that's gonna push you. Every day that's gonna ignite you. Like you'll never feel like it's worthless. Once you get to the state of if of something being worthless, then like none of it matters. Like you're not enjoying it. And if you don't enjoy something, stop. Like that's the truth. Like don't wait till you are 40, 50 years old to start living. Like it's I'll say this, it's possible. Like you have so much life to live, but don't wait till you're old and your body doesn't work to enjoy life. Like that's don't wait till you're 60, retired, and you want to go to mountain climb or hang gliding. Like you can't enjoy it as much. Like do those things now in your 20s, in your 30s. Like you have so much life to live, but live it. And that's what stresses us. That we're not living life. That and that's inside you. That's not outside of you. That's no matter what you see on TV, no matter who you watch, and no matter what you think of your life, you are stressed because you should be and you could be doing more. That's the underlying effects of it. That's the truth. Like you stress because you feel there's a better life for you, but you've accepted your current fate, and you got to get out of that. You got to move away from that. There's way more for you to do. This world needs you way more than you think you do. Like it's you're needed. What you have inside of you, the books you're supposed to write, the classes you're supposed to teach, the people you're supposed to meet, like your life matters more than you think. But if you think it's you just here to go to work, make a little money, save up, go on a vacation to Disney World once a year with your family, and then get back to work, that's not purposeful living. It's not. It just isn't. And that's me. I'm not going to say, hey, you're wrong. I'm not going to say you're living a bad life. But if you're stressed, your mind is saying you're living a bad life. Your mind, your body, your spirit is yelling at you saying, I need to do more. Give me more. Do more. And if you just jump outside of that box that you put yourself in, that the world has put you in, you'll enjoy it way more. You'll relieve yourself of stress. Again, I will say it. You're stressed because your inner self believes you could be living a better life. That's why you always worry about the same thing all the time. No matter how many bills you pay, no matter how much money you make, no matter how you've climbed on your job and you've climbed the ladder of success, you still feel stressed, which then turns into depression when you don't respond to it. It's because you're supposed to be living a better life. And I'll say it again. We look at life as I believe it's the average life expectancy in the United States is 80 years. Look at it this way: it's 80 summers. You get 80 summers. Doesn't seem like that long anymore. 80 summers. And so you cut them in half, and then you're going to enjoy the last 40 summers when you can barely walk, barely talk, remember anything. Like, nah, live it right now. There's nothing like present time. You can do way more. You're built for way more. There's someone out there at the bus stop that you go to, at the gate when you go into your office, or when you go into your home. Like, there's someone that needs you, and your inner man, inner woman, your spirit is crying out that they need them too. That's the truth. That's why I was stressed, because I wanted more, and I knew I could do more. I just never did it. My life has been way better since I took the leap, since I took the step. And since then, I've been taking a step every day. Every day is a continuous climb. Like, I'm never finished until I'm done. And so I'll continue to climb one step at a time. And every so often, I reach back and I help someone else, because someone else is doing the same climb. They might not be on the same staircase, but they're climbing. And your climb will help them navigate through whatever they have in life. Whatever you go through, it grows you, and then you can use it to help others who are going through something similar. They might not go through the same thing, but it's similar, or your story just helps them in general to keep pushing through. Like, we're on a continuous climb with, like, ladder, success, however you want to say it, stairwell, however you want to say it. There's no microwave, and there's no elevator. Because it doesn't, I mean, it might be, but it doesn't feel the same. The work you put in relieves stress. It's like, you hear the basketball players, Kobe Bryant used to say that, like, fans get excited about the game-winning shot that I've shot over 10,000 times in a gym alone at 4 a.m. So I'm rooted in my preparation. I don't get stressed in the moment because I work for it. I put the work in. So I expect to make the shot. Same thing. Like I don't stress anymore because I have an expectation of success. Not because I'm better than anyone. That's not I dislike the word better. Was as a comparison. I don't like to compare anything with every situation is different. But I expect to win because I prepared the right way. I put all this work in for this one moment. I put 10,000 shots up for this one shot. And average people look at that as overwhelming. The greats don't. It's needed. The sweat is needed. As they say, sweat equity. You're building it up. You're storing it up for that one moment that you can reach back and get a little more that the other person don't have. No matter what they do, no matter how you play me on defense, I'm gonna get this shot up because I practiced it 1,000 times. And so in this moment, I won't freeze up. Muscle memory kicks in. I rise up. I release it. I make it because I expected to. Because I prepare for this moment over and over and over again. So I'm not stressed. My coach might be stressed. The fans might be stressed. My teammates might be stressed. I'm not stressed because I prepare for this. And so it goes back to like, why are you stressed? Are you prepared? Are you doing the best you can with what you have? I don't think so. That's why I was stressed. That's why I used to be stressed. That's why I'm no longer in that mode. That's why I started this podcast to relieve that stress because I should be doing more. I can do more. And this is my way of doing more. Hooking up a mic, hooking up a camera, and looking in the camera and just spilling my soul out for others to hear and see and be a part of. I think that is my gift, just the ability to relate to anyone at any point, at any moment, from any distance. And so now I'm just spreading it and I'm just enjoying it. Like I want to limit stress. I don't think you can eliminate it because it's a part of life. Life will happen. I continue to say that, like, no matter what, you can't eliminate distractions. I'll say that again. I said it last week and a week before. You can't eliminate distractions. It's not gonna happen. It's impossible. Life is going to happen. Your car is going to break down. Family members will get sick. You will get sick. Just recently, last week, I got sick. Stomach ache. Probably ate the wrong food. And it's crazy how no matter what is going on in your life, when you get sick, the only thing that matters to you is getting well. Like I had a lot of things to do, and I try to rush and take some medicine to speed up the recovery so I can get back to work. And my body just said, "Nope, not gonna happen. Like it's not going to happen," and it just got worse. Um, and I got better, like obviously, but I realized something in that moment. No matter how hard you work, no matter how hard you even prepare, right? The most important thing in life is health. I didn't want to do anything else in that moment but get healthy. That's it. I didn't want to motivate anybody. I didn't want to talk to anybody. I shut my door, locked my door. I wanted to be away from everyone because I wanted to get well. That's it. And the minute I got well, I I, I got lost in the moment and went back to work. That's the truth. Like I just when I got well, nothing else. Like I didn't think about anything else. Let's get back to work. But when I was sick, I didn't care about work. I didn't care about anyone else but getting well. Health is wealth. You cannot help anyone if you're sick. Take care of yourself. Take care of your body. Take care of your mind. Feed your spirit. That's the truth. Health is wealth. There's no currency in this world more important than your health. And when you get sick, you can't pay for your health. That's the truth. Take care of yourself. Recover, recuperate. Just recharge at night. Like your body's a battery. Like you gotta recharge. Take care of yourself. And you can take care of others. But if you don't do that, if you don't take care of you, it doesn't matter about anyone else. In that moment, I'm telling you, we've all experienced it. We don't want to do anything else but get well. Everything else is out the window. Life is short. That's just that's the honest truth. Life is short. Live it. Do crazy things. Be courageous. And then tell the stories. Don't keep it to yourself. Someone wants to hear it. I think that helps relieve stress. Like doing amazing things. Living life. Doing the best you can. Enjoying every moment. Like stress does turn into depression. And depression is real. Like I'm never gonna sit here and say, oh no, it's not real. It's in your head. That's not true. Depression is real. People suffer from it. It starts with stress. And again, I say stress is your body's response to you living a life that is not up to your capabilities. If you were living an amazing life, I promise you wouldn't be stressed. Not saying you wouldn't be depressed, but your stress is coming on you because you just think you can do more. You think you should be doing more. You think you were created to do more. And the truth is you were. You are absolutely correct. Your body is absolutely correct. Your body's built to withstand everything. You can climb the mountain. You can. You can climb the mountain. You can skydive. You can deep sea fish. Like, don't be afraid of those things. Those are the things that keep you going. Those are the things that motivate you internally. Those are the things that keep you pushing. Because adventure is important. Mudding, uh, fishing, whatever it is, hunting, whatever it is. Like do it. I'm not a big fan of it, but cow tipping, like that's a country thing, right? But whatever gets your juices flowing, whatever pushes you, get your adrenaline flowing, it'll relieve stress. But living a mundane, doing the same thing Monday through Friday, clocking in, clocking out, that's not the life you were intended to live. And so you will become stressed because you're living a boring life. Life is not boring. If other people out here having fun, living in excitement, why can't you? It's because we choose not to, because we're scared. Get over your fears or live a stress life. That's the truth. Either you get over your fears, do something spontaneous, do something crazy that you can talk with your friends about and you could discuss years later, or just live a boring life and be stressed, depressed, pay bills. Like the purpose of this is to push you to be better than you ever were, to push you to unlock the gifts that you were created with, to show yourself, to talk to yourself, to push yourself to do the things you're intended to do. You were literally created to do way more than work for someone. I'm telling you, you were not created to be on this earth to work on someone else's dreams. That's what's stressing you out. You're working harder on someone's dreams than your own. And then you get a front row ticket, a front row seat to their success. I'd be stressed too. I'm serious. I'd lose my mind too if I worked so hard on the success of another person. They're reaping the benefits of your hard work. What do you get? A check? Everybody can get that. That's nothing different. I'd rather the excitement of the win, knowing that I put all the work in. I don't want a pat on the back. That's cool. That's nice and all. That's not what I'm looking for. I don't want you to shoulder bump me, fist bump me, give me a great job. I want to give that to myself. I put in the work. I want to reap the benefits. It's nothing against working for no one. I currently do right now, right? But this podcast is my way of working on myself. You got to put in the same or more hours into yourself as you put into your job. I'm never going to say don't work for anyone, right? But you got to make a living. But you got to live too. You absolutely, I promise you, if you retire or they fire you, the next day someone is going to sit in your seat and they're going to move on. They might talk about you for about a couple weeks. They may even talk about you for a year if you were really good at what you do. But they're going to move on. What are you going to do? Keep the box with all your stuff in it and just reminisce on how good it was. And then what? Pursue your dreams. It matters more to you. You'll be invigorated. You'll be amazed. You'll be rejuvenated. You'll be excited. Stress won't come in that. That's the truth. Like it won't be able to creep into something you love and something you'll dominate in, because you'll keep pushing yourself every day to achieve more and more greatness. You don't see a lot of people stressed that's living their dreams. Maybe they're depressed about things, but they're not stressed. Because depression is a whole nother situation. You gotta dive deep into that. Why is that happening? But I can tell you I was stressed because I just wasn't doing anything. I was just working. And that's a lot of our issues. We just work. We're good at it, so we do it. That's not your dreams. You were not born to work for someone. You can choose to do that, but then you got to choose that life. Don't complain about. Stop complaining about the life you choose. That'll be the next episode, and I can't wait to talk about that. But that's the truth. Stop complaining about the life you choose. You choose it. Every day you wake up and you do it, you're choosing it. I'm not saying, hey, go tomorrow and just quit your job. I'm not saying that, because I don't want to ever give instructions like that. Because I felt that way a while ago at other jobs. I'm gonna just go quit, and I did. Honestly, I did. And I was worried, but I wasn't stressed or depressed because I was relieved. I was no longer just working to work. I was no longer working to please others, to say I had a job that I didn't like. I didn't like it. I didn't love it. I loved the people, but I didn't like what I was doing. Because I thought I can do way more. I thought I had more capabilities, and I thought I was limiting myself. So I walked away. And I just trusted the Father. I trusted my abilities, and I said I'm gonna put in the work, and no one's gonna outwork me, and I'm gonna outlast everyone. And that's where, like, I'm blessed to be where I am. And I don't think this is the end. This is just the beginning. This is just another chapter in the book. This is another part of the movie that is my life, and it's ebbs and flows, peaks and valleys. That's gonna happen. But I'm excited about the future because I'm doing what I want to do. No limits, no boundaries. Because I refuse to allow that to happen. There's no cap. There's no ceiling. Like, I'm going to do what I want to do. Because this is my life. And you got to do the same thing. Stop being trapped. Stop trapping yourself. No one's trapping you. You're trapping yourself. That's why you're stressed. Because you're doing it to yourself. You're in your own head. And you have way more power than you think you do. You're way more powerful. You're limitless. Stop limiting yourself. Stop putting a ceiling. Stop putting a cap on your abilities in your life. A check does not define you. You're way more important than that. You're way more powerful than that. You have the ability to change the world inside you. You have a book inside you. You have a podcast inside you. You have a painting inside you. You have a song inside you that you refuse to release, and it's banging on the door. Greatness is in you, and you just got to release it. You got to let it go. You got to trust yourself that when you fall, that the gifts you have will pick you up. A lot of people lose their job. Stock markets crash. There's inflation, housing market, and guess what? We've survived them. You have survived 100% of your bad days. That's a fact too. You're still here. So there's a purpose for you. You're loved. You're appreciated. You matter. Keep going. Do not stop. Don't stop. I'm serious. Because you're right there at the climb. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. And the more you do that, the better your life will become. You'll thank yourself for continuing to climb. You'll thank yourself for continuing to push forward. Because you're going to reach the other side and you're going to look back and you're going to be like, it wasn't even that hard. I just had to start doing it. That's the hardest part. Walking away from something that you know is not the best for you. If it's a relationship, if it's a job, if it's friends, family, if it's an addiction, like, if it's not what's best for you, leave it alone. Your life will be so much better. If it's a job that's just, you just don't like it, why keep going? To pay bills? The bills are still gonna be there. Whatever the situation, the bills are still gonna be there. So ain't no reason to stress over that. I never understand stressing over something that you know is coming every month. Figure it out. Stop complaining. You can choose the best life for you if you choose it. Like, that's the simple answer for you. You want to live a great life? Choose it. Write it down, create a plan, and move forward. You will thank yourself in 5 years. Maybe in 12 months. Like, I don't know where this podcast is going to be in 12 months. But I'm going to keep going. I feel invigorated about doing it. I love doing it. It's exciting. I can't wait to record. And sometimes I don't even know what I'm talking about. And I just start writing. Because I have a purpose now. That's greater than who I am. And so I'm running with this. And you should too. Whatever it is, run with it. Take it, run. Keep running. You're going to run into your blessing. You're going to run into your future. And you're going to thank yourself. You're going to shed all the stress, depression, the fear, the anxiety as you run toward your gifts and your purpose. Because you were created with an intended purpose. You are here as a solution to a problem on this earth. And if you never do what you're intended to do, this world will not improve. You can solve our issues that we have right now. We need you. We love you. You're appreciated. Keep doing what you're doing. This is not over for you. This is not the end. You're needed here. I love y'all. And until next time, be blessed.